Welcome back to Satisfactory, guys. In today's episode, we're going to make a start with the aluminium factory. I mean, a start, literally, that thing is a monster. It's got so many parts, it's stupendously complicated. Plus, we're going to do some very clever train stuff today. I hope you enjoy it. So, aluminium, how do we make it? Well, first off, you need bauxite. And where is bauxite? Well, this mountain just to the right of us, and all the way up, that's where it is. Generally what I do for the aluminium factory is I put the bauxite mines on top of the mountain, then get the belts, lifts all the way down to the bottom here. But this time we're going to do it slightly different. I'm going to stick the factory right on top of the mountain. So the phrase, if the mountain will not come to Muhammad, then Muhammad must go to the mountain. It's the most apt version I've ever heard of that. Right, first job of the day, let's extend this little bit of the railway line so we can figure out where exactly we're going to put the aluminium factory. So we're just going to try and hug this side of the mountain, keep the railway track nice and tight if we can, keep the curves nice and smooth. It's going to be difficult because this mountain does kind of move all over the place. This little section here was super awkward. I just could not get the curve right. I think I finally got it. Just below us there, that's the hypertube for the power station. At some point we'll eventually replace all that line and put that on the railway track as per usual. So after deleting this several times, I finally got a nice smooth curve and actually starting to angle the track upwards as well. I can't do it too high right now because later on we want to split the track off. There is sort of a cave up ahead and I've got to take the track in there. You're thinking, why are you taking the track in the cave? Well, on the other side of there is crystal mines and we are actually going to need them for aluminium production at some point. So I think the height of the track's not too bad. I managed to get to the cave. It might be slightly high. The minute there's dog creatures everywhere. Later on in the cave there's a huge pack of spiders which we'll have to kill as well. Kill these guys first and then we'll do a bit more track. Yes, I'm going to lay the track into the cave. We won't be going there right now. I just want to get the height as close as I can for now. I mean, we'll stick a train on. Bit of trial and error here. Try and get the maximum height just so it's not clipping into the mountain if I can help it. I've managed to get the track to the cave. We're actually going past it now. It's a bit Goldilocks here. It's not too high and it's not too low. It's the best I can make it. I've got to go high enough because later on, as you can see, the gas is right in front of us. I had ideas of like putting the train track over the gas, kind of we had for the hypertubes, but I just don't think I'll be able to get the height of the track, so I'll have to come up with a different solution. The gas clouds are right in front of us and we're definitely not going to get over the top of them. So we're going to need a new solution. What is it? Dun dun dun! The solution is a corkscrew or a spiral, whatever you want to call it. The design of it's pretty simple. If you only want one track, you just do 3x3s like this. 3 squares either way, and then 1 square right in the middle, and then on top of that we're going to put 1 big square foundation, like that. So to start making this corkscrew effect, all you do is you just put 3 foundations on the side of one of the big squares, and then we go to the right hand side, put another square down, and then do another 3, put another square down, do another 3, and that's it. Just keep it gradually going as high as you want until you get as high as you need the corkscrew to be. And here we are, top of the mountain, and it's not a nice place to be. There's a ton of dog creatures up here, gas clouds, and further on there is a jungle which is just, oh, it's riddled with spiders. It's an absolute awful place. And did I mention the uranium? Yep, it's right next to us. We've got to be careful. I don't want to die. And there you go. That's how high we've gone up. Can you see? So the first bauxite mine, it's pretty close. Oh, just over the edge of this cliff, I think. Right, there we go. And look at that. Oh my god. 4 dog creatures. It's the rhino ones that really run fast and knock you over. So we've got to clear them out first. So let's start getting the track up through the spiral. First off, you need to put a little wedge down, or if you've got the angled 8x1s, use them, because then you only use one piece of concrete. And all you do is just put the track right in the middle of one, and then just work your way all the way up. That's as simple as that. Try and get in the middle, jump up to the next level, in the middle again. You can do it with flat pieces of concrete, but the train kind of like it goes up. It's kind of like it's not like a ship actually. That's it. The train's like rocking all the time. It's more of a smooth curve if you can use the angled pieces of concrete. Yeah, I totally forgot I had the angled bits of concrete. I don't know how, but I managed to. See what I mean? It's just a slight angle, but it does make all the difference. I am now putting 4 pieces of concrete down because I'm going to run 2 tracks, I've decided. So I managed to get the first piece of track up here. Next, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to build a little temporary station, just in case I have to run back to base, get some more supplies, because I probably will run out of stuff. That's the final piece for the outside part of the track. So now I've got a fully operational loop. Let's check the electricity. Oh, there's a piece of power missing from somewhere, isn't there? It's probably right at the bottom. I might not have connected a piece of track. We'll go down and have a look at that. So now I just need the outside bit of track joined onto the main line if I can. What's the curve like? Having a bit of trouble getting this curve right, so I'm happy with both. What does that look like? Has that got too much of a curve, do you think? I'm not sure. Let's go and ride this little section we've made. I spent a good 2 or 3 hours doing this. You wouldn't think it is. It's virtually nothing. There you can see the spiral in the background with the 2 pieces of track. It does look quite impressive, but they are really simple to build. I mean, as we're driving back here, I'm looking at bits of the track. That section there, I'm not happy with that. The curves, no, I'm not happy at all. This bit, yeah, again, oh man. Oh, I'm seeing too many bits I don't like. The little junction, there's the parts factory, and there we go now, back onto the main line, heading towards base or the computer factory. I did drive all the way back to base. It did take a good couple of minutes. I'm all resupplied with parts and everything else I need. So let's go and put the mine down, then we'll start building the factory. Yeah, we've got to kill these 4 rhino dogs. They keep running away though when you shoot them. The one, for some reason, the one just stand there and die. So I'm making a little walkway, and hopefully I can just shoot them all from up here. And spiders. Oh, there's always spiders here. I hate spiders. Yeah, this has been a bit of a chore. They keep running away. This is the last guy I'm on with now. So hopefully we can kill him, and then we can get the mine sorted. Yeah, just stand there and die. Thank you. Right, finally, there's the bauxite mine sorted. We'll stick that there. And what next? We're going to need some sort of ramp, because we will have to come down here again at some point, because we are going to need water. Oh, this is not going to be fun. Water, it's not easy finding it. There is quite a few rivers around here, but none of them are deep enough for the water extractors. So we're going to have to hunt. But while we're hunting, there's dogs, there's spiders, there's all scary things that I just don't like. So, top of the ramp, what do I see? A dog! No! Is that a blue one or a fire one? I think it's just a fire one, isn't it? Yes, headshot. Come get some! In a situation like this, there's only one thing that can solve the problem. Dynamite. Problem solved. So the foundations and the train stations themselves, they're all done. I had to build it slightly higher than what I thought, so the corkscrew that brings the main line in, that'll have to be raised as well. So now let's build the first floor of the factory. Oh, I've just noticed we can actually see the power stations from here. What I was wondering is, could I run the main line right across the top and then make a small corkscrew roughly where the power station is on that side? That would negate all the problems with getting past the gas fields, wouldn't it? Ooh, that could be a solution. The aluminium factory itself, it'll not be too tall actually. 2 floors, maybe 3 in a push, but definitely 2 for now. All you do is you just use refineries, and then what more refineries, and then it's sent upstairs into constructors and assemblers made into various aluminium bits and bobs. Well, that's well weird. How have I managed to get the floor not level with the walls? That's kind of thrown us there. Yeah, look at that. I couldn't do that if I tried. How the heck have I done that? Right, next let's get the lifts and the belts up for the first bauxite mine, and then hopefully we'll try and make some aluminium. For now we'll just connect this mine up. The other 2, I will get to them eventually, but they're a bit awkward to get to actually, especially one of them, it's covered in a pack of dog creatures, and the other one, I think there's a lot of spiders near it. Okay, hopefully this will fit this time. The last one I was just slightly too far away. Yeah, that's looking good. And then will that connect to the first belt? It will. Great. That's that sorted now. I think next we'll try and connect the track to the spiral. We'll probably have to raise the spiral because the height just doesn't look right anymore, does it? Let's delete the temporary station and that little bit of track, and then we'll start expanding the spiral on up. Right, finally connected the last piece of track up, so now that's the outline done. We just got to get the inline track sorted. The height's pretty decent. We're not that far off it. I think I've left enough room here to put a 3rd station down if I need it. I may not, but who knows. Right, that's all the track now connected up, the inline and the outline, and I was just come down here checking the miner. It's 240 per minute. Yeah, I better quickly write that down, otherwise I definitely will forget it. Just so the number of refineries I can put down, so definitely 240 a minute. That's the number we've got to play with so far. Well, it finally feels like we're kind of getting somewhere now. We've got the mines done, the track's all wired up, so let's put the floor down, let's put some refineries down, and let's see how much aluminium we can actually make. The only blip in this whole plan we seem to have is the water problem. I could ship it in by train, but is that a bit extreme? I don't know. There is a big spider down there. I'm not looking forward to seeing this guy again. He's killed us 2 or 3 times already. I went down there for a purple slug. I did manage to get it in the end, but it did seriously take some doing. I've just had a good idea. Does anybody want to volunteer and go down there and sort out the water problem for me? No, thought not. Should we put it this way or the other way? Yeah, we'll leave it this way for now. Right, and what do we need for the first part of the process? Aluminium solution. Bauxite. Oh no, we need water already. I thought water was the second part of the process. Right, okay. Oh man. Okie dokie, there's all the belts sorted now for the bauxite. So now let's quickly put some poles down. We'll get the pipes in for the water, and then we'll actually figure out where the water's going to come from. I'm hoping there's some straight ahead of us. I've never actually tried that way. There is a big pool, sort of like in this direction where we're looking at now. It is quite a distance though, and it's through gas clouds, spiders, dogs, and all things that are just not nice. Let's lock and load. I've got guns and bombs. Right, let's... No, that water extractor's not going to go in there. Oh, I just need a bit of deep water. Don't be too far away, please. Right, we've got to keep an eye out here, because this is where Big Dave lives. Nope. Is that him? There he is. Look at him. Is he... I've never seen that before. So Big Dave actually produces gas clouds? He does? Whoa. That's why this dude kills me. I didn't even know that was in game. I think we'll go and look for water somewhere else. I'm not messing with Big Dave anymore. We'll kill these bee creatures. There's quite a few here. It's a bit of a hive, isn't it? What, 1, 2, 3, 4 maybe? I'm glad I built the bullet and bomb factory now. Right, this looks a bit deeper to me. It's fast flowing. Oh, there's a waterfall. There's a water up there, and that might be a pool. Let's have a look up here. Oh man, come on. It's just a tiny bit of water. That's all I'm asking for. Nope. Not a sausage. Right, Big Dave's on the prowl, so I've made a little area up in the sky. And there's a dog creature there spewing fire. This is going to be the nastiest place in the whole map, I think. Right in the center, in this little... Well, top of the mountain. Day 300 in the jungles. I think I finally found water. All the party is dead. There's only me left, and I've got 6 rounds of bullets left. I don't believe it. I think we actually found it. We have. It's blue. Right, celebration's over. Let's get this thing wired up and let's get some water to the factory. I'm just having a quick look on the map to see where we actually are. I should have just went downstream. I didn't realise how far I actually travelled. It doesn't matter. We've done it now. Just got to avoid Big Dave. Thankfully, I did manage to survive the night. It's turned into a bit of a survival game here. I'm getting double teamed by the dog creatures. That's it. I'm standing up here and I'm just going to shoot things. Right, just keep headshotting the rhino guy. And there is another one over there as well. Yeah, he's dead now at last. And the other one, that's just a regular dog creature. That shouldn't be too much of a problem. Hopefully that's the last of them now. I can get the pipe back to the factory. We really are in touching distance. You can see the factory there. We are nearly at the promised land. Right, that's the last piece of the pipe to put in. We do need to get electricity all the way back to the water extractors, and then we've got to wire up the pumps. It'd probably take a good, what, 3, 4, maybe even 5 pumps to get the water all the way up here. The water pressure, it was a tad low, so what I've decided to do, I've put 2 more water extractors on, so hopefully the pipe pressure, we can get it up a little bit higher. Please let this be the last piece of the puzzle. Can we get this junction on, a bit of pipe, and then hopefully the water will be here. Let's check it out. Oh, that's looking good. The pipes have gone blue. Yes, we have water. And yes, we have a luminous solution and a bit of silicon. Next thing to do is we need to put another refinery down, but I'll also have to build quite a bit of floor, and then the pipe work and the belts, and oh crap, there's still an awful lot to do. And the second refinery is now wired up. The solution's going in great. We do need coal. I totally forgot about that. And it's making silica. Yeah, we will need that for the forges. That goes upstairs to actually make the aluminium ingots. Oh, that's another thing we've got to do. We've got to sort out the sort of crystal mines to make it the silica. But first, let's do one thing at a time. We'll get the coal sorted first. Yeah, done a bit of a boo-boo here, guys. I've just wasted a good hour sorting out coke production coming into the aluminium factory. I totally forgot in the last patch they changed it so you use coal instead of coke. Because a byproduct of making plastic is you get coke eventually. But luckily, there's a coal node on the top of the mountain area, so we'll just divert that to the factory. Why is everything so hard up here? 2 rhino dogs are guarding this coal node. Every time you shoot them, just run away. Will you just come here and die? And finally, the miner's down 120. Oh, I didn't look at the maths. Is that going to be enough? And that's the last belt, getting all the way back to the factory. So now let's run the power wire. Then hopefully we'll have coal. Fingers crossed. Oh, purple slug. Must remember to pick that up. Just put the lift in, put the belt on, then that should be the coal coming into the refinery. There it is. Oh, what a chore. Let's have a quick look. Yeah, it's filling up nicely, and we're making aluminium scrap. The next stage of the aluminium process, we need to make another floor for the forges, which will mean the aluminium scrap and the silica join together, and then that will make aluminium ingots. The first refinery here does give a little byproduct of silica, but it won't be enough to supply the foundries at full capacity anyway. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to go and get ourselves a crystal node or 2. So if you remember, when we were building the main line up here before we got to the corkscrew, there was that little cave area. Well, what we're going to do is we're going to put a line through there. It is a tad awkward because it's a bit narrow in points. We'll try my best. Kill the army of spiders. There's about 5 or 6 spiders in there. Kill all the bees in there. There's quite a few of them as well. I don't think there's any dog creatures. We take a bit of a left, and there is 2 crystal nodes in another cave, but they're guarded by, I think, blue fire and spewing dog creatures as well. It's not easy, but we'll get there. I'm hoping we've got just enough silica just to knock out a few aluminium sheets, just to get the process going. Because I would like to see that running today if I could. Right, here we go. Aluminium scrap and silica 75. Hopefully we've got enough. Right, let's put an assembler down, see what you actually need for the aluminium sheets as well. And we need copper ingots. Ooh, is there any copper nodes around here? We may have to be creative and bring that in by train. And all we've got to do now is hook the silica up and the aluminium scrap lifts, and hopefully they're both now going to the forge and being made into, can you guess, aluminium ingots. Yes, 10 points to you. There we go. Yes, nice one. And next, let's sort out the belts. We'll send that to the assembler, and then we've got to figure out where we're going to get the copper ingots from. I've got a sneaking suspicion the parts factory that we use for the computers, it has trains there. We could just stick another smelter or two in there, take a little bit more copper, and send that up here. That's what I'm thinking anyway. We do have to sort out the silica issue as well. Doubt we'll get that done today. Time has just gone away from us. It's a really long build getting an aluminium factory up and running. And to get it totally automated, we are kind of just about getting it running today. Ish. In inverted commas, a big ish. Okay, that's all wired up now. The ingots are going to the assembler, and I've put some ingots in, and voila! We've got aluminium sheets. We need 100, then we can unlock, what was that, Logistics 5, which would be nice. Just as a little temporary measure, let's stick a container down. We'll send the sheets there just so we can collect them easy. And the factory, hopefully it won't stop running. Well, until we run out of silica. Or copper ingots. Whichever comes first. It's now been running a few minutes, and we've got, what 280 sheets nearly there. What I'm thinking of, I'll stick another forge down, and then I might head back to base, and we'll unlock, which one is it? Logistics 5, you fool. And now that's the foundry wired up. Let's have a look at the power. Whoa, 8,500? We're only making 7,200 megawatts, so very soon we're going to have to make another power station, just in case, by some miracle, everything got turned on at once. And let's delete these two mergers, and fantastic, the forge is now on. Yeah, that's running a lot better now. Right, I think I'll head back to base, I'll unlock Logistics 5, and I think that's probably going to be it for the day, guys.
I'm not gonna lie to you kids, it's a fucking jungle out there. Keep your head on tight, unknown brain and mind me, baby, let's do it. Y'all see me flying, never drop down, smoking high, I am not round, I'm not round, no denying what I got now, keep an eye out, keep it locked down, see me flying, never drop down, smoking high, I am not round, I'm not round, no denying what I got now, keep an eye out, keep it locked down, you're too strong, wanna battle with the beast, bring a few on, the commander and the chief for my crew on, bullets rattling and whistle at your toque, never sleep, eyes open, hands clutching on my loop, it's a war zone.
There you go. I hope you enjoyed the little ride home from the new extension. Next episode, we'll try and finish the aluminium factory, and we've also got to really start planning another power station. I'm going to leave it there. Thanks for watching, guys. Please like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I will see you next time. Bye for now.